Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, traders. This is your weekly recap of what actually happened on the Australian market last week. We're looking at the all odds now, the XAO. That's the top 500 stocks on the Australian market. We're looking at the broad reach now on the top 500 stocks to see what really happened on the overall market. And then we're also going to have a look at the Dow and also going to look at the S&P as well. So we're looking at the All Odds weekly chart now, and we can see that this is exactly what happened last week. It opened here, ran down, ran up a little bit, ran down, came back up, and closed there. Now it closed there. We can see that it was basically a nothing week. Okay, a nothing week. So what we can see is still, if I just squeeze my chart up a bit, you can still see that this level around here, say the 4,900 mark, you can see the support over here, the resistance over here, broke down, came support, support, and now broke back up through here. Notice how it's struggling all through here, big support, big support. But notice how we've been talking about this moving average as resistance. Look at that now. It's still struggling that there is resistance, and that's why it's very, very important that if you are trading to use some sort of moving average to gauge where the market's going, because the moving average can work really, really well as a wavy support and resistance. And I've been talking about that for the last 3 to 4 weeks now at least, that the moving averages can and do become a lot of support and resistance. And that's what we're experiencing right now. So if I just open up my chart right now, you can see it's actually bounced off that moving average and came down. That's what happened. This is of the weekly chart. This is a weekly bar here. Let's go check out what happened on the daily chart. Okay, so we're looking at the daily chart now, and we can see that this line here, that's that support line we just drew just then on the weekly chart. We're looking at the daily chart now, and we can see that once again, we are just overall sideways. Look at that. Bouncing, 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 bouncing. It tried to break down before, but as you can see, if I just delete this line here, and if I'm just going to bring up a nice finite line, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my line down to there, probably down to there somewhere. You can see it's bounced off here, almost got below it as well, just got below it there, but the buyers brought it back up. But if you notice, the first day, there was a big update through here, and then the sellers brought it down, down, and down, and then we had a bit of an update on Friday. So overall, sideways week. We're looking at the weekly chart here. This is the weekly chart again. Overall, you can see it open, ran up, ran down, and closed up. Look at the daily chart. You can see this is the big update. It ran down and then closed up through here. So it really opened here and closed here. Just a bit up, just overall sideways. Now let's go check out what the Dow Jones did. This is the Dow Jones chart. We're looking at the Dow Jones daily chart. But first, let's go have a look at the weekly chart so we can get a good gauge of where it's going. Okay, so you can see the Dow Jones chart had a bit more of a bullish week than the Australian market did. You can see the Dow Jones opened here, ran down, came back up, and also closed there. So right now, this market is once again also going sideways. Let's go have a look at our daily chart here. This is the daily chart, and once again we can see that our moving average, our proprietary moving average, is becoming a lot of resistance, and it decided to knock it down. But one thing you can see through here is, once again, is look at this. If I just draw a line from here to here, which we drew in the last couple of videos, you can see it bounced, now came resistance, and now breaking down. But if we're having a look at the overall market, we can see that there's a bit of a channel forming here. And let me show you. If I just draw a trend line down, say from here, I'm just going to draw it back. Oops, wrong one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my parallel trend line. So I'm just going to draw a trend line down from here to here, and also from here to here. There we go. There we go. So you can see it's actually channeling down now. It was actually, if we just draw a trend line from here to here, and now we draw it from here to here, you can actually see that was starting to channel up. it broke down past this support line through here. Support, once was support became resistance, and now look at it, it's forming a bit of a channel. Resistance comes support, resistance comes support, resistance becomes support. Look at nice channel to the downside. So it's actually really interesting to see what's happening here. So, but overall, we might be creating what we call a low, and this could be a major higher low. That means if the buyers start bringing this back up, and they do start breaking past the 800 mark, 11,780, 11,800, around about there. If they do start to bring it up to there, then I do say it's very, very likely that we're gonna have a run to the our proprietary moving average on the daily chart. This is on the Dow Jones. Therefore, it's likely to drag the Australian stock market up as well. So just be very careful. That looks like that's what it's trying to make right now. It's trying to make a major high low. No, what I mean by major high low is, look at this. We had a low through here, and we also have a low through here. Notice this low here is not as low as this one. It's a higher low, a higher trough. It's a major higher trough. That's indicating the overall market wants to try and pick up a bit here. So we'll just wait for the market to tell us it's likely to go up, and then we take action. But if not, we just sit on the sidelines and wait. So that's the S&P. So that's the Dow Jones. Let's look at the S&P. The S&P on a weekly chart was overall more sideways. Now the S&P is the top 500 stocks. The Dow is the top 30 stocks. So it's more stocks in there. Well, if we can have a look here, we also can see once again that this resistance was holding and it came down. Overall sideways week. And if we have a look at our daily chart, we can see that was our resistance line through there. And once again, we can see that if we just draw a trend line from here through to here, we can see that it's nicely channeling through there. And if we just draw a trend line from here through to here also, we can see that we are getting a bit of a channel through there. Okay, we are getting just a bit of a channel, not too much. And why I say a bit of a channel, it's not really that valid, but you can see it's just sort of going sideways now. But the overall S&P was down a lot more, so that's why we can't really identify that much of a channel. But you could if you really tried hard enough. You can see that the S&P was down a lot more than the Dow Jones chart was. Look at this support through here. Got nice support, nice support, nice support. Once it broke through this support line, you can see this over here. This had a support through here, support through here, support through here. So that trend line is really valid. It broke back up, hit resistance, and then broke back down. Broke back up, and now hit resistance, which was now support. So if you're watching that, you could have had a sort of a preempt on that. It was likely to be a lot of resistance there, and not just for the market to fly up. The market broke down, and now we are stepping down. But you can still see here we have a low and we have a higher low so far. I'm not saying this market is bullish. I'm saying the overall market is still bearish, but I'm saying wait for the confirmation. Wait for the confirmation on the chart that you're looking at. Don't preempt. Wait for confirmation. Very, very important. Come out, check us out in the trading room. I guarantee you won't regret it. We'll teach you everything you need to know to become a very successful trader. Please enjoy your week. Please be safe. Look after yourself in the financial future, and I'll see you next week with the next week recap. Bye for now. Trade in the stock market is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee your profit from the information provided. The information in these videos is meant for educational purposes only. That being said, I've been trading the market profitably for many, many years. So please, do your own homework and make sure you look after your current financial situation.